Tim Reese and Jay Harper for the final game of the 2025-2026 TCCAA Conference Basketball Tournament that features the Lady Senators of Walter State and the Lady Chargers of Columbia State. Jay, it's going to be a big test right here for the Lady Chargers.
Yes, it is. And you also wonder, after that double overtime game yesterday, I mean, are they recovered? They're going to have to be to deal with this #1 seed Walter State team.
That's for sure. They come in not having lost in the conference this year yet, and they don't intend to today. I'm confident they 20-0 as they ran the gauntlet in the regular season and have not been tested here in the tournament so far. 73-46 winners over Motlow State in the semifinals, 81-51 over Pellissippi State in the quarterfinals. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for Columbia State, coached by Chris Leggett in his first year, assisted by Arthur Latham. Athletic Director Katie Willingham, she's out there listening somewhere in the South. Dr. Janet Smith, the president. And here's how the Lady Chargers will start. Emma Sharp, number 4. Number 11, Nyana Hill. Number 20, Tinley Dowdy. And today wearing number 21 is Kelsey Kyler, along with number 24, Lily Melton, the starting 5. For this club that went 16, or has gone 16-12 this year. They are the number 3 seed. They'll go up against the Lady Senators of Walter State, coached by Jasmine Coleman in her 5th year, assisted by Chris Harris. Athletic Director Derek Creech, Assistant Athletic Director Avery Swinson, and SID Rob Harvey, President Dr. Saul Reyes in the starting 5 for the 26-2 Lady Senators. Number 3, Milan Smith. Number 14, Reagan starts. Number 15, Nija Gibbs. 21, Tariana Griffin, the Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year. And number 54, Anaya Mulholland Nat. Our officials for today's game, Greg Guerin will throw up the jump ball. Megan Downs and Travis Kiesler are assisting him today, as Walter State in their home whites, as they have been all tournament long. Columbia State wearing their road greens. Lily Melton and Nija Gibbs. And we are underway. Gibbs slaps that jump ball right to Milan Smith, gets it right back, and an easy bucket for Gibbs. Emma Sharp to begin Columbia State on offense. And a quick steal by Griffin. Sharp trying to close her out, and does, but Reagan Starks is there to clean it up. An early 4-0 lead for the Lady Senators. Of course, if you're just joining us and not aware, the Walter State men's team won the championship as another steal. Sharp having trouble getting the ball into the offensive set as a foul called while Smith heads to the basket. She'll now head to the free throw line.
Milan shooting almost 65% from the line as a free throw shooter.
A quick substitution as Sharp is getting some coaching on the sideline, but head coach Chris Leggett as Smith drains the first.
As a team, Walter State shooting 68.2% from the free throw line.
That's 3rd in the conference, and a 1 out of 2. Out is Dowdy, pulls down the rebound. Now Malaya Woolard has checked in from Clarksville, Tennessee. Clarksville Academy, 5'2" freshman, being guarded by Mulholland Nat. Listed at 5'4". She got a hand on something, either the hand or the ball. Woolard hollering the play. Reagan Starks, left wing, a turn, and shot is no good. We're going to have a jump ball. They did not get into their actual offensive play call there until 10 seconds on the shot clock. And now 3 seconds on the shot clock as they retain possession. Willard gets it into Dowdy, over to Melton. Ball's tapped away. Now they've put 20 back up on. So 10 on the shot clock now. That was a late change on the shot clock. 4-3 is Nyana Hill. Will be fouled on her way to the basket. So prior to the shot, as Milan Smith picks up the personal. Also from Clarksville, Tennessee. She attended Clarksville High School, a former Wildcat.
Nyana Hill with, 30 points there yesterday?
33 is another steal. Smith needs some help. Now Starks try to bounce pass to Gibbs, but Hill with the tipped pass.
So Nyana with the game of her life yesterday. Does she have another one in her?
Willard will hand off. She twisted an ankle a couple times and came up gimpy. Melton the same, and she is bullying her way in and gets her first 2 points here quickly relative to yesterday. She did not score in the first half. And there's Gibbs sitting down on that left block.
I spoke with Tim. I spoke with Lily Melton before the game, and she said it was her left ankle yesterday that gave out on her. She was rather gimpy, but she says she feels 100% today.
Well, that's great. I'm sure she got some physical therapy from her mother. Her mother, CEO of Star Physical Therapy, Amy Morris. 3-point shot, an air ball. Terriana Griffin will get into the lane, and a right-handed runner is good.
The player of the year showing off her prowess with her lay-in to put Walters up by 7.
Averages 21.1 points a game. That's tops in the league. The only player in either men's or women's to average over 20 points. Dowdy trying that left side. She's looking to give it up. Gives it to Willard, but stolen away by Mulholland Knapp. She stepped on the end line. We've got a timeout called by Chris Leggett as the clock operator wanted to make sure that the official knew that Coach Leggett was calling a timeout, Jay.
30-second timeout, and of course, as we did in the men's game, we have a number of all-conference players in this game between these two teams. Columbia State, we've already mentioned Lily Melton. She a first-team all-conference selection. And 3 Walter State Lady Senators on that list. Reagan Starks, Nija Gibbs, Terriana Griffin. Again, all first-team all-conference selections. Kelsey Kyler, along with Nyana Hill, making the second team. And, of course, the player of the year. And just a dynamic player all the way around. Offensive player of the year as well. Terriana Griffin, number 21 for Walter State in this game.
Last year, Griffin was the freshman of the year, along with the co-offensive player of the year, first team all-conference, as Melton again is going to be called for a travel. Yesterday, Jay did a little more of a deep dive of the stats. It showed her with 17 turnovers out of the 32 for the team. And I bet you 5 of them were calls just like that for traveling. She nearly gets a steal. Mulholland Nat has touched the basketball while she's laying in the blue fringe around the court. And that's out of bounds to Columbia State. As Tenley Dowdy gets the basketball at the free throw line, she's working, and with the right hand, no good. Nija Gibbs got a face full of something She's holding her mouth. Walter State out of there with the basketball. Milan Smith not stopping till she gets it up off the glass. As she falls on her keister. Nigel Gibbs maybe checking to see if she's got all of her teeth. She will go over to the sideline. Check with Chris Harris. Don't think that Walter State brought their own trainer, Brad Swope. The VolState trainer is here. As Smith drains the first. (10-2) Walter State. Make it 11-2. Leading here early. The only 2 points scored by Lily Melton for Columbia State. Gibbs still in the game. All 5 starters for Walters, and Melton's little teardrop there is no good. It rolls to the other side of the rim, picked up by Niana Hill, and she's fouled. Trying to get a shot off. That'll be Reagan Stark's first personal.
Each team with 5 shots from the field, but as you can see, Walter State making 4 of those, and Columbia State only able to pop 1 of them in.
Hill misses the front end. 58+% free throw shooter.
So as we asked ourselves at the beginning, will this Columbia State team be a little, a little tired, perhaps? A little, they're out here shooting ice cold to begin. Maybe there is some hangover after that double overtime emotional win yesterday.
Griffin bumped as she's on the end line, but a 3-point shot by Mulholland Nat. It doesn't shoot a lot of them.
14-3, back with the football scores.
I say she didn't. She hadn't shot a bunch of them here in the conference tournament that I've seen. But she shot over 100 of them during the regular season. Woolard trying to hand off to Melton with Reagan Starks all over her. She goes back to the lane as she turns to her right and gets it off the glass and in. Griffin's pass to Gibbs connects. Now Milan Smith will drive in. She's bumped off her line. The rebound finally gets into the hands of Woolard. 9-point lead for Walter State, 14-5. Walters won both games during the regular season, 72-66 and then 80-58. Niana Hill works down to the left side of the lane. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down to Smith. She is pushing the flow. Starks goes right to Dowdy, no good. Rebound to Nija Gibbs, and she gets it back up and in. Plus the foul. Dowdy was in foul trouble early yesterday, and she is right back there again here in the championship game. As Shante Caston checks in for Coach Leggett in the Lady Chargers. An 11-point lead as Gibbs will try to increase that. The shot is short. Rebound to Griffin. Fresh 20 on the shot clock as Smith awaiting word from Coach Jasmine Coleman. Melton on the closeout. Smith goes right down central but has her pass tapped away. Kelsey Kyler comes up with it. Rebound to Caston with the left hand, can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds off of Caston. 3:18 to go in the first quarter. 16-5, Walter State leads. Coach Coleman got on all the way here with his starting five. Starts at the free throw line, kicks to Mulholland net for three. It's no good. Rebound to Caston.
And now as
Emma
Sharp back in.
Hill with body contact to Smith. The three-point shot by Kyler, no good. Rebound to Griffin. Nothing that she does not do well. Mulholland net. Shying away from another three after that miss. Griffin, she won't shy. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Gibbs. That's said about 15 times a game, seems like. Gibbs, 8.5 rebounds a game, 8 in the conference. Starks off the glass, no good. Griffin with at least her third rebound. Shot up, no good. Sharp saves it from going out of bounds. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. 16-5, Walter State leads. Kyler was looking at Coach Leggett just at the last second as a pass into the lane to Shante Caston, but her quick left-handed shot off the iron, no good. Columbia State woeful from the field. Starks a one-handed runner in the lane. It's long. Shante Caston hauls in the board. 2 of 11 are the Chargers. 18%. Diana Hill retrieves the loose ball. Kyler trying to find a teammate. Does. Lily Melton has her shot blocked. The 2-on-1 for the Senators. Smith meets Hill. Loose ball, Griffin. She's going to drive right in and lay it in. A finger roll for Terriana Griffin.
As you said, nothing that she does not do well.
Melton stops and gets the 8-footer to go off the glass. She now has 33 seconds to go.
Actually, she has 6 of the 7 points for Columbia State.
Where did I miss?
Diana Hill has a free throw for the other point.
A steal by Griffin. Step through, fade away. A foul, no shot. She does have 6. I thought somebody else cashed in. But you're right. The scorers table owned by Ken Stegall, and he keeps telling me who the other owner is. It's a female lawyer that they've had this business for several years. They do a great job. They are performing the live stats for us here in the TCCAA conference tournament. Did it last year as well. Into the lane for Gibbs, a high arcing 8-footer is good.
As this first quarter coming to a close.
They could hit a 3, get down to the 10. Gonna have to hoist it quickly. Melton's gonna drive in. Shot is off, but it is no good. Walter State runs out to a 13-point lead here in the quarter. We will take a break, come back with the second quarter. After this message, you're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more.
Back we are at Richard Moore Gymnasium on the campus of Volunteer State Community College, Gallatin, Tennessee. Jay Harper along with Tim Reese. Tim doing the play-by-play here on this championship women's game, Region 7. The TCCAA Walter State at this rate may be on their way to an 80-point game. They pretty well average 83 a game, so they're pretty well on track for their team average, at least in the regular season.
Yesterday it took Columbia State till the second half before they started scoring. Scored 7 in the first in yesterday's contest. That's going to be a jump ball. Shante Caston ties up Nigel Gibbs. Columbia State will get the basketball.
Columbia State with that magical third quarter yesterday that put them in position to eventually win the game. 23 points in the third quarter alone.
Melton goes right to the rack, and
Mercy, she falls
off
hard.
of Melton. She will go strong to the basket, and a lot of times hoping to get the bucket, but intending also to be fouled. She, I believe, has shot more free throws than anybody in the conference. Came into today's game having 225 attempts made, 165. Griffin nearly loses the handle, being guarded by Kelsey Kyler, trying to take the player of the year out of the equation as Milan Smith takes it on her own, right up against Malaya Woolard, and gets the bucket.
Woolard at 5'2", certainly at the disadvantage there, and I really question that 5'2" measurement.
Melton's going to get down on that right block, and she can't get it to go.
Just an odd angle, difficult angle for Melton.
Griffin's 15-footer from the left side is good. They have opened up a 17-point lead. 27-point victory over Motlow State for the Lady Senators, and a 30-point win over Pellissippi as Kyler has her shot blocked.
Here's Griffin once again.
Melton's going to take the slap. She is very animated over there with Coach Leggett, getting frustrated.
She a very passionate player, and Coach Leggett loves that about her.
Griffin at the free throw line. A lot of accolades in her 2 years at Walter State. They won the championship a year ago. Went up to Casper, Wyoming.
That's nice and toasty and warm in March, right?
Yeah, that's not what Avery Swinson said. She said it was cold. They lost to Kilgore College by 16 points. If it's the Kilgore I'm thinking about, it's Kilgore, Texas, down in East Texas. March the 25th. Another steal by the Lady Senators. Terriana Griffin's going to try the right side. She's going to can another jumper. Terriana Griffin has just given Walter State a 20-point lead.
Yes, the 8th point for Griffin, the player of the year and the offensive player of the year.
Last year she was the second leading scorer and co-offensive player of the year. This year she had the lead all by herself. 21 plus points. She got the ball in her hands again. She got ball, Shante Caston did, but apparently got a piece of Griffin's body. She will go back to the free throw line. She leads all scorers with 9 points.
This Walter State team getting this kind of lead on you at 20 points, and we're, gosh, not even halfway through the second quarter. That a mountainous task to climb out of. Still plenty of time, of course, but Columbia State, they're going to have to start hitting some buckets, and they're going to have to start making some stops.
Well, with all due respect to Cleveland State, Walter State, a little different category. If you go down by 20 or more at halftime, it's going to be a tough ask. It was 32-13, a 19-point lead for Cleveland State yesterday.
And then Niana Hill started hitting, and she just really gave the spark for the Lady Chargers to come back and win that game.
33 points for Hill yesterday. Her season high. She has the basketball now. Melton with 5 on the shot clock, trying to get free. Now Gibbs. And a steal by Griffin. Trying to close out is Emma Sharp. She won't get there in time. Tariana Griffin scoring in bunches here for the Lady Senators. Griffin trying to get the clean sweep for Walter State.
Yeah, and they're on their way to it. Griffin with almost 3 steals per game.
She's probably got 5 in this game.
I know. Again, there's no category that she doesn't excel in. As that shot goes in for Columbia State, a much-needed bucket.
First points of the quarter for the Lady Chargers. Gibbs gets her shot blocked by the number 2 shot blocker in the conference, Shante Caston.
Wilcox will inbound it.
This is the first we've seen of Malia in the contest. An underhand scoop attempt by Griffin, no good. Another attempted putback by Gibbs, and Melton will come out of there with the basketball. Shania Clark led the conference in block shots. She had 30 more than Caston. Emma Sharp, top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Give it to Melton. She gets it off the glass and in. Nice arcing shot there by Melton, who is the second leading scorer, as the leading scorer drove to the basket, kicked to Gibbs. Her shot no good. 20-point deficit currently for Walter State. A pass by Hill, trying to connect with Caston. She was not ready, and Starks is going to go right at Kyler. Kyler's going to be called for the block. Starks shot no good. She'll go to the free throw line for 2. Griffin will take a seat. At the line, Reagan Starks for 2 shots. Nigel Gibbs, Anaya Mulholland Nat, Malia Wilcox, and Milan Smith. The 5 in for Walter State. Lily Melton played all 50 minutes in yesterday's game. You expect to see her not take a seat unless she gets in foul trouble. Another turnover for Columbia State. Mulholland Nat is the recipient of that turnover. 32 turnovers in yesterday's double overtime victory by Columbia State. A near turnover there as Hill has to keep that one from the backcourt. 15. I'll make it 10 as a attempted pass to Melton. They're wanting to go to Melton over there on that left side a lot, Jay.
That's her favorite side of the bucket. And when she's hot from there, she certainly can make a difference. But boy, Going to have to make a heck of a difference here. She, along with her teammates, to get back in this one.
There's no play that gets you back within 24 on one possession.
And the steal.
Caston probably wasn't going to get a shot off anyway. Nice bounce pass to Gibbs. And her basket is good. It's getting away from Columbia State for sure. 26-point difference.
Mike Campbell and Bobby Hudson carrying in the hardware, the trophies that will be awarded at the end of this one. Of course, an MVP and an all-tournament team will also be announced when this one concludes.
Caston fires from three and draws nothing but the hardwood. Vice Chancellor of Finance for Tennessee Board of Regents, Alicia Fox, was one of the participants at the awards after the game yesterday, or earlier in the men's bracket. I didn't have her last name. Dr. Wendy Tossin said to introduce me to her earlier as timeout for Walter State with 3:36 to go. But she will probably still be here to help with the awards.
So, Tim, how did these folks get here, the teams?
You want to look at the bracket there, do you?
It was quite the battle for everyone involved. I mean, none of this. Okay, you got the 1 and 2 seeds here, but it ain't easy getting here. Let's face it. Walters, as well as Columbia State, Walter State, Columbia State, both had byes, did not play until Sunday. Walter State had no trouble with Pellissippi State. They were the number 8 seed. They got past them by 30 points, 81-51. And then they took on Motlow State, one of the surprises of the conference. The number 4 seed Motlow State and Jackson State. Motlow winning that. So Walters defeated Motlow, and that has led them here. Columbia State defeated Chattanooga State. And they, in turn, played the winner of the Dyersburg State-Cleveland State game. That was the Lady Cougars. Columbia State winning in that double overtime amazing game yesterday, and that is what got them here. I still wonder, granted, not to take anything away from Walter State. I mean, good grief, they're the number 1 seed and haven't lost all year. But I still have to question whether Columbia State, suffering from a little bit of a hangover from that exhausting, emotional double overtime victory yesterday.
Alon Smith with the basketball very close to the rim, and a difficult shot at times. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Smith. Walters on a 15-game winning streak as Columbia State one and done. Sharp misses from the field. Up court is Tiara Coleman, who's now in the game. Shante Caston will pick up another personal foul. She's actually in for Tenley Dowdy, who went out with 2 fouls.
Tiara Coleman from Orlando, Florida, actually a transfer here from Tallahassee State. She a sophomore, 5'9".
A reserve that averages 6.3 points a game. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Walter State averaging just under 83 points a game. That's tops in the conference, and they're first in scoring defense at 49 plus points a game. They're averaging winning by almost 33 points as Kyler gets it up and in for the 6th point of the quarter.
I believe it's Kyler's 4th point.
Yeah, not her 6th point of the quarter. It's the team's 6th point. They scored 7 in the first quarter. It is 13 points. They had
13.
Similar yesterday.
Yeah, 13
at the half.
At the half yesterday.
It was 7 and 6 in the first and second quarter for Columbia State yesterday. I'm not sure what Coach Leggett provided, but he's going to need that in times 10 for this half 27-point lead, make it 28. As they outscored Cleveland State in the third quarter 27-11, and then put up 20-17 in the fourth to tie it right at the end of regulation, as Coleman's going to be called for the foul on the rebound after the missed free throw.
Columbia State continues to be ice cold shooting, just a little over 28%. 6 of 21 from the field.
Kyler will give it up to Melton, almost a double dribble. Melton's pass a little too tall and a arrive from Kelsey Kyler from Lewisburg, Tennessee, attended Marshall County High School.
Down to 2 minutes in the half.
The Tigers, I found out from Kelsey, Marshall County Tigers, trying to double team Smith. She's going to scoop to Starks, who went up for the shot. She is hacked. Is that going to be on Nyana Hill? That's her second. 3 players on the Columbia State bench. Right now, Malaya Woolard, Tenley Dowdy, who's in foul trouble, and Brooke Piscatelli. Piscatelli from Athens, Alabama, 5'7" sophomore. Starks misses 2. The putback is good by Coleman.
A 30-point lead as this half starts to come to a close. Quite the hole that the Lady Chargers finding themselves in.
We will not effort to talk with Jasmine Coleman. She is typically not interested in having a conversation at halftime, so we will keep it here. Terriana Griffin back in the game, and she is scoring again.
She always makes her presence known one way or the other, whether it's with a steal, a rebound, a three-point shot, a shot off the glass.
Melton strong on the shot behind her back. She has 8 in the game of the 13. Could Columbia State, for the second game in a row, only score 13, and a scoop and a foul. Melton has picked up her second. She'll go back over to chat with Coach Leggett again. Very frustrated. That's her second personal foul. Smith back at the free throw line. Malone, spelled M-A-L-O-N. Clarksville Wildcat, Clarksville, Tennessee. As she hits the three-point play, Malia Wilcox will check in, as will, who else came in with her? Is that Paradise Fisher?
That is correct, number 0.
Working on Nyana Hill.
Coach Coleman with a return to paradise.
Sharp for 3, it's going to be off right, rebound to Starks.
Wilcox, long pass.
Griffin is shooting out of this world today.
Yeah, she's feeling it.
17 points for Griffin, nearly at her average for a game here in the first half. Final shot, see if Melton, she's going to drive. She's stopped, and she typically has been called as a travel. Entering the game for Walter State, Mariana Zuniga. I don't think she even played in the last game.
I think she did come in right
at the end.
Yes, right as time was.
She did.
About a minute
That's
left.
Right. I was down on the floor. Now I remember.
Right.
Her and Tahara Diallo.
Correct.
Got in the last 18 seconds as Melton scores 2 from the free throw line. Wilcox over to Paradise Fisher. She fires for 3. It's long. Melton will hang on to the basketball. as we will go to the halftime break. A 50-point output by Walter State as they score 30 in the second quarter to Columbia State's 8. 50-15 is the halftime score. We'll take a break and come back with the final half of the tournament. You're listening to and watching the VolState Sports Network.
You are locked on to 5. Y'all, we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk with Georgia Bryant, a student in the music program right here at VolState. But before that, let's go on over to the Student Says segment and see what's going on there. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rox, and this is the Student Says segment of 5. And today we're asking, what are you doing over spring break?
I'll be working at Kroger's all spring break, but hopefully I'll be able to go somewhere else instead of work.
This week over spring break, I'm going to be dog sitting, a lot of dogs, and hanging out with friends.
Over spring break, I'm going to be going on a mission trip. I think it's like 3 days. One of my friends invited me, so that's going to be fun.
Over my spring break, I'm probably just going to be working a whole lab.
Be spending time with my mom, and I'm very excited about it. I'm studying for an anatomy lab exam and working.
I'm going to Cancun with my family.
Well, for spring break, I'm actually going to England. And I wasn't really in charge of planning everything. It was my family and my parents and my sibling. Because it's their graduation trip.
Gonna hang out with friends and also study for my exams that I'm gonna have.
Hey girl, thanks for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Okay, so tell me, you're in the music program here. What all do you do? What are you part of? What's going on?
So I'm a music AFA major, so I take a lot of private lessons and do a lot of ensembles, and I also have a lot of music theory and ear training classes.
Okay.
That kind of makes up the majority of the major.
Okay, cool. So are you a singer? Do you play instruments? What do you do as far as in the music?
I'm mostly a singer. I've been writing songs since I was 5 or so. So I play a little bit of piano to accompany myself, but my voice is my main instrument.
Yes. There you go. I was talking with Ben Graves, our professor here earlier, and he was telling me that you're part of the jazz ensemble. Tell me about that.
I am. This is my first semester doing it, but I've really been enjoying it. It's cool. It's a lot of improvisation, which is a good challenge for me.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and we get new pieces all the time, and we have to learn them really quick.
I bet. It's super fast.
Yeah.
So do you sing in that too?
I do, yeah.
Awesome. So how big is the ensemble? How many people are a part of it?
This semester we have a pretty big one. I think it's 13 or 14 students.
Oh, wow.
But sometimes it's only 8 or so.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What instruments are a part of it? What makes up the whole group, I guess?
It depends on the semester.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple vocalists. We've got a drummer. We've got a sax player. We've got 2 trumpet players. And then we've got a few guitarists, a clarinet player.
Okay.
And we've got a pianist too.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so how do you become a part of the ensemble? How'd you hear about it?
I know about it because of the department I'm in, but I think non-music majors can be in it too.
Okay.
And you don't have to audition for it. You can just sign up.
Oh, perfect. So if any other students wanted to join, they could?
It's called the Commercial Music Ensemble.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, one last question. This is my surprise question for you. This is so random. If you could be a dipping sauce, what dipping sauce would you be?
Ooh, I'm actually not a big sauce person.
Not a big sauce person?
No.
Maybe a seasoning?
Ooh, tahini.
Tahini. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Georgia. That's all we got for you.
Thanks for having me.
Come visit the art gallery and check out the Retro 50 Expo by Alan Messer, where you can check out artists such as Willie Nelson, Alice Cooper, and last but not least, this guy.
Hey nursing students, did you know they sell scrubs in the back corner of the bookstore? They come in 2 colors, black and navy blue, and in sizes from extra small to 3X.
Need a snack? Come by the bookstore and grab a bite to eat.
And one last thing. Spring break starts next week, which means there are no classes. Take some time to relax, recharge, and enjoy the break. We'll see everyone back on campus soon. Well, that's all we got for you for 5 segments in 5 minutes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm Jessica Meyer, and y'all have a great spring break.
I'm his son. There. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's make a record. Y'all ready?
The Possum Hunters they were the first band to play the Grand Ole Opry 100 years ago this year. Not only is it the museum's 50th anniversary, but it's the 100th anniversary of the Opry, and the Possum Hunters were the very first band to play the Opry. Not only that, they opened the Opry every single Saturday night from 1925 to around 1938, 1940. They were absolute superstars.
I'd go back to my great-granddad, who was also with the Possum Hunters when his Uncle Monk played for him. My granddad was Martin Presley, George Martin Presley, and they called him Shorty. And if you ever saw a picture of him, he wasn't much bigger than the banjo that he played. But I remember as a little kid sitting around with him. You know, of course, he passed away when I was still young, but I still remember hanging out with him in the yard, and that's all he loved to do. He still, till his old age, till his dying days, that's all he wanted to do was play the banjo. As a matter of fact, that's his banjo back there behind me. We got to play that on this album. Luckily, I put a few things back on it because it was missing a head, and I had to make it playable again. But that's still the original, roughly 130-year-old banjo back there that he learned to play on.
My uncle, he tells a story that he was asked to join the Possum Hunters, but he turned them down and suggested that my uncle Monk, as he was known, his name is Noel, that he might want to play with them, and he did.
I'm on the board of directors of the Sumner County Museum, and we're having a night at the museum. And this band, this bluegrass band, local bluegrass band, who I'd seen before called the Lugnuts, were playing there that night as entertainment. When you go in the museum, if you look up on the wall, one of the first things you'll see is this massive picture of the Possum Hunters from the late 20s. The Lugnuts that night were playing underneath the photo of the Possum Hunters, playing a Possum Hunter set list. And I'm standing across the room at this point listening, tapping my toe, and it's February. I need a project for the spring semester, and the light bulb went off. It's like, I'm going to record that. I knew it was daunting because I wanted to do a whole album. I jumped right in. I went to the museum and gave them my idea. I said, I can record it in the studio. If everybody's on board, we'll make this record. Museum loved the idea. Then I went to Steve Beischer, head of the department here.
So Cole comes with the project, and he says, this would be a great thing to do. And I agreed. I said, this is something that would be great for the school, great for students, and it's a real world thing. I took it to the school and talked to the school about it, and Dr. Tostenson, the president, said it's a cool thing. Everybody's agreed that it's a really neat thing because it connects the historical part of it and the student working on projects part of it, and all the stuff that it connects together is, I think, a worthy goal to make it as good as it can be. The students did a good job on the recording. There's probably a lot of students who've never experienced one of those instruments live and in the flesh before. So those instruments were great to have them say, well, here it is. This is what it does. This is what it does. Here's where the sound comes. Here's how it's played. And they can take those techniques sometimes away or put them into a project that they're working on, or say, hey, what if I put a mandolin on my rap track? What's that going to be like? Hey, why not do it? See what happens. I've spent a lot of my career with two phrases, what if and why not. It's like, what if we put a mic up here? Why not? Well, do it. See what it sounds like. If it's good, cool. If it's not, then you don't have to use it. So all of those things apply, because as they're learning things, like all these pieces of gear here, until they actually come in and turn the knob, I can talk about what this knob might do all day, but until they actually turn it and go, oh, now I understand. The whole point of the program is to come out with portfolio material, because in the real world, especially on a hands-on or a creative thing like this, like engineering or producing or something, the first thing you'll be asked is, what do you do? And you can say, this is what I do. And since it is a real world project, it's not a theoretical, I did this for a class. It's on the market, it's for sale, my name is on it. Maybe it goes and wins Bluegrass Album of the Year, who knows? Then you have that accolade to your credit. So it's only good things can happen for students.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. Visit VolState.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Along with Tim Reese. Tim, our last half of tournament basketball on the horizon here. Columbia State, Walter State. Well, this #1 seed, Walter State, showing why they are the #1 seed and why they've gone undefeated, up by 35 here against the #2 seed, Columbia State.
No holes in their game. 50 points they put on there as they average in the low 80s. They average giving up just right under 50 points a game. Right now, Columbia State with 15. It's two more than they had yesterday against Cleveland State, and they won that game.
Well,
so anything's possible.
True. You know, they were down by 19 in that game and find themselves down by 35.
Okay, that's a little different.
As you said, though, earlier in the game, with all due respect to Cleveland State, you know, this Walter State team is another animal, and also a 35-point deficit. They got their work cut out for them, no doubt about that.
And a limited bench. They played 7 players here in the first half.
They're only shooting 25%. You're not going to win any games doing that when you've got a number 1 seed shooting almost 53% on the other side.
Columbia State on defense here to start. Mulholland Nat has her pass knocked out of bounds by Nyana Hill. Nyana Hill, Emma Sharp, Lily Melton, Kelsey Kyler, and Tenley Dowdy. Same starting 5 that started the game. In there for Coach Leggett. For Walter State, that is Milan Smith. She's got Nija Gibbs waving her hands. No, Mulholland Nat, Reagan Starks, Terriana Griffin is a shot with 8 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound to Starks. She does that about 9 times a game on average.
Milan Smith, 11 points for Walter State in that first half.
Stark kicks out to Terriana Griffin for 3. Off to the right, and another offensive rebound. Griffin's going to go right in, and a jump pass to Gibbs, but another tip ball. Nyana Hill smacks that one out of play. Nyana from Melbourne, Florida. That's down on the Atlantic coast. Griffin with a fadeaway shot and nothing but glass. And the first minute gone here in the third quarter.
Neither team having to put one in the bucket to get this third quarter started. Yeah, quite the bump there.
There was a little bit of contact there. Even the ladies will swap it up. Left-handed layup by Starks goes to the other side of the basket. Lily Melton gets her pocket picked, and Starks says, let me try it over here from this side. Hill will pass up to Dowdy. Looking for Melton, who's stopped right there by Mulholland Nat. Posting up is Dowdy. Her shot goes off the top of the backboard and hits the shot clock. Out of bounds to the Lady Senators. You weren't with us in game 1. The men's team got a hard-fought victory over the Columbia State men, as it's Walters versus Columbia in both men's and women's in the championship round. 68-65. Columbia State men had a 7-point lead at half. Nija Gibbs got it low down in the paint. Her turnaround no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line. And Caston, I believe, has picked up her 4th foul. Columbia State right now looking at losing a player that they can't lose. Gibbs' shot is good.
Gibbs, the third leading scorer for Walter State in that first half with 10 points.
Griffin got the rebound on the missed free throw. Tried to get the shot off while she was in the air, pulling down the rebound, but it was blocked out of bounds. Milan Smith to trigger the inbounds and sees Griffin come right down the lane, kiss it off the glass for 2 more. Griffin having a big game.
They will be naming a all-tournament team after this. My money is that Miss Griffin will probably be announced as a member of that team when all is said and done. There will also be a tournament MVP announced. We'll get you the men's winners in those categories here shortly.
Gibbs has her shot blocked again, and she's getting deep in that lane. Caston nearly picked up her 5th foul there, gets another blocked shot. Woolard's pass. Griffin knocks it away, and Woolard can't pick it up in time before it rolls out of bounds off of Columbia State. Griffin has had about 5 games, 30 points or more on the year. Not sure that she'll get enough opportunity in this game if it gets out of control after 3, or stays out of control, because it's out of control now for Columbia State. Step through by Smith, no good. Melton is going to be fouled as she's trying to secure the rebound. .30 points against Roan State back on November 12th. 35 against Pellissippi State earlier this year. 35 against Motlow. 38 against Jackson State for Terriana Griffin. And then another 32 against Roan as a turnover. Up court, Nigel Gibbs being unselfish, and she's going to go over the back of Brooke Piscatelli, who's now in the game. I believe that's Brooke. It is. She sometimes wears number 10.
Correct. She had number 10 on yesterday.
She's going to come out of the game quickly.
From Athens, Alabama.
So Dowdy back in, Kyler in, Nyana Hill, Emma Sharp, and Lily Melton, who does not come out. Pass to 2 different Columbia State players. Nyana Hill gets it off the glass. It's short. Milan Smith with the rebound. She's going to go coast to coast. Nice bounce pass to Reagan Starks as 2 Lady Chargers converge on Smith, leaving Starks wide open.
Columbia State yet to score in this quarter.
Melton closed out by Mulholland Nat, and she just bulldogs her way in off the glass, and good.
The first points, there are the very first points. Lily Melton.
40-point lead for the Lady Senators. Gibbs' shot is no good, but she'll go to the free throw line.
Gibbs with 11 points thus far. She averages 16 and a half. .41 lead.
Tierra Coleman checks back in for the Lady Senators. Lowest output of the year for Columbia State. 29 points against one of the top teams in the country, Wallace State Hanceville. A 94-29 loss back on January 5th. Mulholland Nat picks up the personal. 3rd team foul of the quarter for Walter State. Sharp looking for Melton underneath. Lily's arms are not long enough.
And she screams in frustration and not being able to haul in that pass.
1-2 here in the tournament, but they limped into the tournament. They lost 3 of their last 5, or 3 of their last 6 in the regular season as Coleman gets her own rebound. Gibbs cross court to Griffin, who goes and meets the pass and again ends up on her backside. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 more shots. Terriana seems to be a lot more active in this game, but the other game, I believe, she got in early foul trouble, if I remember correctly, and had to sit.
Her body language is just so relaxed. She's just out there bouncing around, having fun, playing free, playing loose.
Well, it's not accurate for a Motlow game because she didn't commit a foul there. She had 3 fouls in the Pellissippi State game, finished with 12 points in that contest. 59-17. Walter State looks for all the world like they're headed to Lake Charles, Louisiana. That's the home of McNeese State University. Kyler spins, passes back to Hill. She bullies her way into the lane. Her first shot no good. And the rebound finally pulled out of there by Griffin. Hill looks like she's hobbled again by that lower body injury. Lon Smith working the left side. That might have been a travel. Hill knocks down the pass. That national tournament's going to take place March 24th to the 31st as Kelsey Kyler drains a 3. That's at the Legacy Center in McNeese State University. March 24th to March 31st, the Lady Senators looking like they will be the Region 7 participant.
So about a week to collect yourselves and get ready.
Tapped around, it goes out of bounds. The men will start a little bit earlier, about 3 days earlier, as Tenley Dowdy comes out. Brooke Piscatelli back in the game. Piscatelli from Athens, Alabama, 5'7". The men's game or tournament gets started in Hutchinson, Kansas at the Hutchinson Sports Arena on March 21st. So Derek Creech and Avery Swinson, who will attend, I would assume, both. They're going to have their bags packed, and they might have to divide and conquer, depending on how long the men's and women's team stays in the tournament. Lon Smith driving the baseline, kicking out to Coleman. She kisses it off the glass for the bucket. Coleman now with 5. Melton working on Starks. Did not see Kyler quickly enough. Now 10 on the shot clock. Sharp going to fire from 3, but Griffin gets the block shot.
Yep,
Cannot.
Guess who? Terriana Griffin.
Cannot get the handle as she now has 21 points, right at her average. Elijah Gibbs with 12. Lon Smith is in double figures as well with 11. Lily Melton, the only player for Columbia State in double figures. She has a dozen.
Terriana with 13 blocks on the season. The team led in that category by Nija Gibbs with 10 more than that, 23.
Last year, Kendall Myrie had over 100 blocks for the season. She averaged 5 a game. That led the country. Kyler tried to spin back to her right. Shante Caston with a 3-point shot. How often has that happened this year? That is Shantae's 4th 3-point attempt of the year, and it's her first made 3-pointer, so congratulations to Caston from Clinton, Mississippi. It's a rare turnover for the Lady Senators. Melton being double teamed. She'll give it up to Sharp and wants it back. does not get it. Brooke Piscatelli for three. It's short. Rebound to Kyler. Off the glass and in. See if we can get Brooke Piscatelli a bucket.
And now Melton goes down, holding her right ankle in front of the Columbia State bench. It was her left ankle yesterday that she said gave out on her. And she appears to be in quite a bit of pain.
I don't think we have that, as the tight shot on camera 5 caught Kyler coming up the court.
The trainer coming over to offer his services.
Brad Swope over, first-year athletic trainers. He's back to VolState. He was with the Pioneer program years ago. Justin McKinney moved from trainer to assistant athletic director. I'm going to tell you, I think that was a great hire for VolState. Bobby Hudson in the position here for 20 years. He's been with the school for 40. As Griffin nails a couple of free throws. Justin McKinney in his 13th year at VolState, first 12 plus as the trainer, also a professor in the health department of the college. And he assists when there's multiple games on campus. Shante Caston off the glass and it rims out. Terriana Griffin, right wing. She'll slow it down. See Starks getting post position underneath. Caston's got 4 fouls on her, so she has to be careful. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Mulholland Nat for 3. It's no good. Rebound to Sharp, as this is the first time that I've seen Melton out of the game. Niana Hill, her runner is no good. Columbia State now up to 25 points. 34-point lead. Check that.
Lily Melton getting up off the bench and now just kind of changes position there. Coach Leggett and Coach Latham checking with her to see how she's feeling.
Well, I've said along the way that I know a little bit about the Melton family. Her older brother Brody played baseball here at VolState, so got to know him. He was part of a discipleship group that I had with the baseball team, and he is intense. I think Lily is Brody on steroids. She is very intense, but off the court, not playing, she is as sweet as she can be. Great smile, and she's got a younger brother as well, Blake, senior at Tullahoma High School. And knowing her, she's going to want to get back in this game, even though the end is not in doubt here with a 38-point lead. And Tiara Coleman with an opportunity to put Walter State up by 40. Coleman's first free throw is good. Now 2 for 3 from the stripe.
We'll be to the fourth quarter in about 10 seconds.
Diana Hill working on Starks as Starks clobbers Hill on her way to the basket. Starks picks up her third foul. Several of these ladies will move on to four-year schools. Some will finish their college basketball career either in this game or at the national tournament. Hill can't get a free throw to go, and no shot here at the end of the third quarter. as Walter State has pushed out to a 39-point lead as we head to the fourth. We'll take a break. Be back with the final quarter of the tournament. You listen to the VolState Sports Network.
Are you missing out on $400,000? A 2-year degree from VolState can increase your earnings by 17% a year. Discover your true potential in technology, business, healthcare, sciences, or the arts. Find what you've been missing. Find it at VolState.
10 minutes away from what it appears to be a Walter State advancement to the Nationals. Jay Harper along with Tim Reese. Tim handling the play-by-play. I'll be running down to the floor here a little bit later to stick a microphone in the winning coach's face, and which appears to be Jasmine Coleman at this point, and we'll also hope to speak with the tournament MVP. The MVP will be announced, as well as the all-tournament team at the conclusion of this, along with the trophy presentation.
Well, Lily Melton has returned.
She still looks a little gimpy on that right leg.
Bank
but
shot by Piscatelli.
She is such a trooper, a tough kid, is Melton. And yeah, Piscatelli, her first points of the tournament. I believe this is only the second time she's played in the tournament.
She canned that. I don't know if she called bank, but Smith trying to step through a couple of Lady Chargers. Griffin wide open in the right corner, and maybe too wide open. Misses everything. Not calling off the dogs yet. Piscatelli's going to drive to the basket. Her shot no good, and Niana Hill probably going to be called for the foul. And she is. That will be, I think that's her fourth. Nope. She has been disqualified due to personal fouls. Niana Hill's name probably going to be called, although today's game not. Going to go down as one she'll remember fondly. She scored 33 points yesterday against Cleveland State, 8 points against Chattanooga, but leaves with only 1 point and 5 fouls in this contest. Nigel Gibbs trying to go through Dowdy. Her pass goes to the man in the front row right next to Jason from the scorer's table.
Yeah, he's there looking at his phone. He almost got popped in the head.
He's probably watching us on his phone.
There you go.
Listening into the broadcast. He's probably got an earbud in. Wave to us if you're listening to the game. We'll get about a 20-second delay.
There's a delay.
Piscatelli now looking for help. She gets it in the person of Malaya Woolard. Woolard has her shot blocked by Griffin. And if she was on the Senators team, that would have been a flush. Terriana Griffin with the lay-in. Now with 23 points.
I would not be shocked if Terriana can dunk the basketball.
I would be.
I would. She is just so athletic.
Personal foul on Tiara Coleman. Woolard finally gets free for a three. No good. Tapped out by Smith. You see Coleman up court. Coleman's going to get the easy basket.
Smith almost looked like she took some steps before passing it without a dribble.
Jackson State took a drubbing to Walter State, not the only team. They lost by 80 as Melton has the ball stripped away. Walter State now with the basketball. Back on January 17th, 118-38. Lady Senators get the win.
The biggest victory for Walter State was against Roan State. An embarrassing situation there, 116-12.
Yikes. I remember that one now. 104-point deficit.
Yeah.
Roan State did not win a game all year.
But boy, Coach Parker's kids still played like they were another three-pointer. Coach Parker's Roan State Lady Raiders still played like every game like they were playing for the championship.
Tahara Diallo with, I believe that's a three.
That's her first points of the tournament.
Melton whirling dervish out there and can't get it to go. She is going to try to get the ball back, and that's going to be a personal foul on Melton. Is that her fifth? Nope, that's just her third. That's a frustration foul by Lily.
Absolutely. I was going to suggest that very thing. She just grabbed at her knowing, yeah, I'm going to get a foul, but I don't care.
Another three-point attempt by Diallo, no good. Rebound under the basket by Gibbs. As now Melton and Smith collide. Lily helped up by Woolard and Kyler.
I think Lily is just running on fumes here. I think her leg still hurts. And her team just being dominated. She is so competitive.
Being guarded by Coleman. Works left, will jump pass to Dowdy for three. She gets one to finally go in. Kenley Dowdy's first points of the game. She hit some threes against Cleveland State that brought Columbia State back to it. That's just like a calm little walkthrough right there for Milan Smith. Almost looked like everybody else had just stopped. And she said, well,
spectators.
I'll just go ahead and put this up with the left hand. As a timeout called, or a warning. Whistle blown by lead referee Greg Guerin. Not sure if a warning. Melton working the left side against Starks as she stepped on the line. This shot no good. Court just could not contain Lily Melton. Down by 42. Walter State cruising to a championship win here in the 26 conference tournament. Gibbs gets her own rebound and the putback is good. Looks like maybe Terriana Griffin's afternoon might be over. She currently with 25 points. Gibbs. And another bank shot in for Brooke Piscatelli from three. She hits another one of those. I'm going to have to say, give her all three of these. Not sure what ESPN announcer used to say that on the highlights.
Brooke giving an opportunity, and by God, she's going to make the most of it.
Fire away, baby, fire away. Lily Melton working underneath the Starks as the pass goes out of bounds. Lily felt like she was being held by Reagan, but just good defense there. The pass just a little bit too far.
Milan Smith comes out of the game. We've got Paradise Fisher back in. A Newark, New Jersey native is Fisher, freshman.
Again, we want to thank our broadcast team. Fisher gets one off the glass. Our camera operators up top here, Ayana, who brought her friend Romy, as they are tag teaming from the mezzanine. Another high pass by Dowdy on the floor with the handheld cameras. Nicole Smith on one end, right down there where the basketball is being inbounded, and Barry Inslee handling the camera on the opposite court side. Up top here with the broadcasters, AJ Fawson, the chief engineer, handling whatever needs to be handled as Starks is going to try to go to baseline. Dowdy picks up the foul. Tamira Dreher in her second year with the VolState Sports Network. There's nothing she can't handle up here either. Russell Wilson is on graphics. Thanks to all these students who have brought you the sights and the sounds. As I believe that was Wilcox's shot in and out. The putback good as Kyler misses. Down to the corner, just firing is Diallo. Paradise Fisher working the left side again. Let's just give it to Tahara Diallo. Now Wilcox, that's short. Up court, we got a 2-on-0. Piscatelli going to be bothered and misses the shot. Kyler gets the putback. Technical foul called on Coach Leggett. Not sure why you get a technical foul down by 43 points. Mr. Guerin had heard enough. Jay Harper will start his walk down to the court.
We'll be talking with the winning coach, Coach Coleman. And also we'll hope to speak with the MVP of the tournament for the women's side, whomever that may be. The all-tournament team for the men was decided earlier after the men's game. Nate Melosa, Tavion Comage, and Jamison Glass named to the all-tournament team from Columbia State. Malachi Brooks along with Tyree Stovall getting the honors for Walter State. And the MVP on the men's side of the tournament was Taquez Butler, who had 15 points in that championship game.
He scored in double figures in all 3 games. We need apparently 20 seconds. Put back up on the shot clock. No, 30, I think, is what Megan Downs is asking for. She's one of the officials. Back in the contest, Mariana Zuniga from Cali, Colombia. Paradise Fisher, New Jersey native. Zuniga gets fouled by Dowdy. Dowdy will go to the line. Sorry, Zuniga will go to the line. Dowdy will go to the bench. She will be replaced by Shante Caston as Columbia State is running out of players. Already disqualified was Nyana Hill. Dowdy, now the second Lady Charger to foul out. Zuniga gets into the scoring column. Mariana Zuniga averages 2.3 points a game, playing in her 17th game of the year. 2 for 2 at the line. She went 8 for 14 prior to today, so make her 10 for 16. Wonder if there's family listening in down in Colombia, South America. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Caston being held by Fisher. That is only the 3rd team foul. It takes 5 team fouls in women's quarters before free throws are shot, and they have no 1-and-1. It's all 2 shots. Kyler has to track down that rebound, and she had the ball knocked out by Malia Wilcox from the hub of the universe, Cleveland, Tennessee, Bradley Central High School. VolState right at their average of 83 points. As Kyler gets a shot up and fights for her own rebound. She is fouled as she hits the deck. The foul's going to go on Starks, her 4th. Well, according to the live stats, it shows she has 5. Kyler working on Zuniga, shot no good. Melton trying to run down the rebound. Now in the hands of Fisher, is working the right side against Piscatelli. She gets in for a layup, no good. Starks put back, no good. Gets her own rebound, misses that shot. Kyler over to Woolard. Shante Caston asking for the ball, but a stop and a pop for Woolard is short. Coming up on a minute to go, Melton looking for the steal. Starks fires from 3, no good. Crashing for the board is Zuniga, but Piscatelli with the knockdown. Piscatelli goes right down the center, but the pass goes over to Melton for 2. 50 seconds to go in the game. 83-39. Paradise Fisher will try to get, I think she's going to try to get somebody a shot. Maybe it's her. No, it's going to try to get Starks for 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Paradise Fisher. Shot clock is off as Melton's going to go ahead and foul out of this game before it ends. Emma Sharp, yep, it's not fouled out. That's only her 4th, according to the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Again, stay with us for the trophy presentation and the all-tournament team selectees, along with the most valuable player. We'll carry it right here on the VolState Sports Network on YouTube. And we appreciate all of you who have watched throughout the tournament. Grandmas, grandpas, parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles that couldn't be here at the game in Gallatin, Tennessee, in beautiful Middle Tennessee. Paradise Fisher strokes in the free throw. Barry Inslee with the shot on the handheld camera. He's been here all 5 days. Fisher 2 for 2. Melton has been replaced. Piscatelli's going to fire from about 35 and hit! Piscatelli from 35. Time is called. Apparently a clock issue. The clock was continuing possibly throughout that. It did. It continued. They put it back at 15. Wow, what a shot for a Brooke Piscatelli from Athens, Alabama. 5'7" sophomore guard. What a nice way to end her career at Columbia State. This game's gone final. Walter State, a convincing 85-42 victory over the Lady Chargers, as Walter State has won their 18th championship in the last 25 years. Congratulations to Coach Jasmine Coleman and the Lady Senators. And that number of 17 and now 18 is according to my review of the website, the TCCAA website. I'm not going to say it is 100% accurate, but they have won According to the website, now 18 is Jay Harper efforting to get Coach Jasmine Coleman. Jay has Coach Coleman. Go ahead, Jay.
Coach, here you are. The champion once again. You've gone undefeated, and you were undefeated coming into this game. Does that add to the pressure, being undefeated, coming into every game?
No, it doesn't. Not if you work at it every day. It doesn't.
All right. Now, Tariana Griffin, I mean, what can you say about her? She does it all.
Tara Griff is, she's been great for us for 2 years, and we're fortunate to have her. Very fortunate.
So you're headed to Lake Charles. Are you looking forward to going to Louisiana?
No, definitely I am for sure.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on the win. All right, Tim, we'll send it back to you. We'll hope to chat with the player of the tournament, the MVP, here in a bit.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. As TCCAA Commissioner Mike Campbell is down at center court. That is Avery Swinson, who is the Assistant Athletic Director for Walter State. But in a conference role, she is the Women's Assistant Director. Katie Willingham, who is down with her daughter at the coast for a softball tournament, is away. She is the Women's Director. Also at center court is Dr. Wendy Tossenson, the President of Volunteer State. And standing next to her is Vice Chancellor of Finance for TBR, Alicia Fox. Also Chris Perkins, who is the liaison for athletics for TBR. And the all-tournament team being announced: Nyana Hill, Milan Smith for Walters. From Columbia State, Kelsey Kyler. Tariana Griffin for Walter State. And Lily Melton, of course, is going to come from Columbia State. And now the MVP, named Nija Gibbs. Nija Gibbs, the most valuable player. There's 3 from Walter State, 3 from Columbia State. Nija Gibbs with 16 points in this game. She picked up 18 in the game against Motlow and 22 against Pellissippi. So congratulations to the 6 winners there. Jay Harper will try to get with Nija Gibbs, and here is Jay Harper with the MVP.
Yes, we have the most valuable player of the tournament, Nija Gibbs. Nija, what has this year and this tournament meant to you?
Oh, this year's meant everything to me. My last year with my best friends, my family. These girls are like my sisters, so I just had to come out here and do what I had to do to make sure that my sisters could win and that I could be out here with my family.
So, you move on. I know you've got the nationals to get to and stuff, but what do you hope to do from here when your junior college career is over? Are you looking to go to another program?
Yes, sir. I have to go to a 4-year and just keep doing what I'm doing, keep on being strong, keep on leading my team with reboundings and just being able to help my team with the putbacks and stuff.
All right. You've been amazing to watch. Good luck to you now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Tim, that's going to wrap it up for us down here on the floor.
All right, Jay, thank you very much. Walter State gets the sweep here on Finals Tuesday. The men take care of the Columbia State Chargers 68-65 in a hard-fought victory. This one, it didn't take that much for Walter State to handle. They had a 50-point or a 35-point lead at halftime and cruised to the championship. They will move on to Lake Charles in a couple of weeks in Louisiana. The men will head to Hutchinson, Kansas. For everybody here on the broadcast crew, And for Dr. Wendy Tossenson, the president, athletic director Bobby Hudson, and for my partner Jay Harper, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for joining us for all tournament long, all 20 games on the VolState Sports Network. Goodbye, everybody.